the second part of the lab. In part 2, you're going to be working with pendulums. So once again, go ahead and click the link. It should open up another window that, oops, it didn't work. Click on the link. It should open another window. This time you're going to go ahead and click on the lab portion. So over here, give it a second to load. And a couple of things you want to do. Your first length is going to be 0.8 meters. Your mass is going to be 1 kilogram. Gravity 9.81, that of Earth. And you want to set friction to 0 or none. Please add a period timer. So just click that. You can drag the period timer somewhere on your screen. And then you're going to take your 1 kilogram mass and pull it back until you get to an initial angle of 45 degrees. Those are one of the things you're going to keep constant. You can then release it. And then if you click your period timer, start your period timer, it's going to record one complete oscillation. And so in this case, you see I got 1.866 seconds. And you'll record that then in your data table down below here. So for that length, you can record the period. Your next step, what you're going to be doing then is reducing the distance or the length by 10 centimeters per trial. So in our next trial, we'll go back here, we'll hit stop, change our length to 0.7, keeping everything else the same, pulling it back to 45 degrees, releasing it, and then we'll measure the period. Don't worry about when you measure the period. You should discover that the period stays constant no matter when you time it. Notice our period did change, so we'll record our new distance over here is 0.07 and our new period down here. You'll repeat that for these trials. Then down here for the next one, we're going to be varying the mass. So we're going to take and keep this here at the same, or 0.8, but we're going to be varying the mass by 100 grams per trial. So I'll hit stop again, set the length back to here, get it going at 45 degrees again, release it, and then measure the period. And we've got that. Hit stop. Now I'm going to vary the mass. I'm going to move it down to 0.9, pull it back over here to 45 degrees, release it, and again measure the period. And some of you already can see the pattern here. But you repeat that for the different masses here and record the period for each one. Finally, this last part here, you're going to be varying gravity. So you're going to set gravity to 25 meters per second squared, 1 kilogram mass, that same length. And you're going to slowly vary gravity. Let me show you what that looks like real quick. So hit stop. Length is 0.8, mass back to 1 kilogram. And we're going to take gravity all the way up to 25 meters per second squared. Friction still at 0. Pulling back the mass to 45 degrees, letting it go. It's oscillating pretty quickly. You can measure its period. You record that. And now you're going to vary the gravity. You can either type it in or you can drag it down. I'm going to drag it down. Again, pulling it back to 45 degrees. You can release it. And again, measure the period. And you should discover that your period's going to change a bit. All right, good luck with the lab. You should be in good shape.